Today, we have a mind-blowing story that will leave you questioning everything you know about the thin blue line. What happens when the hunter becomes the hunted? Brace yourselves for the shocking discovery when a cop is approached by the police. A lone officer named Joel Torres parked by the side of the road near mile marker 101 when suddenly, BAM! A white Chrysler 300 zooms past him like a rocket just before 4 a.m. And just like that, the game was afoot. With adrenaline pumping through his veins, the officer springs into action. Sirens wailing, he embarks on a high-speed chase that sets the stage for an extraordinary turn of events. The Chrysler refuses to yield, accelerating and weaving through traffic in a desperate attempt to escape the long arm of the law. The driver isn't slowing down and is trying to escape. After a crazy chase that felt like forever, the driver finally stops. Phew. The officers approach, expecting the unexpected. But hold on tight, because the real shocker is yet to come. The person behind the wheel, the one they were chasing like crazy, turns out to be, wait for it, another cop. Can you believe it? This is Donovan Rojas, a 26-year-old officer from the Miami-Dade Police Department, who's suddenly the one being arrested by the Monroe County Sheriffs. And it was found that his Chrysler was his agency vehicle. Interim Miami-Dade PD Director George Perez released a statement following Rojas's arrest. It read in part, "The MDPD will not tolerate this behavior, as it is not aligned with our commitment to the community and its sacred trust. As is customary, the department will assist and cooperate with the judicial process. During this time, the employee will remain relieved of his official duties, and because his actions involve a felony charge, his pay will be suspended in accordance with policy." The sergeant shows up, all serious and disappointed, wanting to know what the heck happened. "Don't worry, Sarge, we've got it handled," they say. Little did they know a bigger shock was about to hit them. As the officers search Donovan's car, guess what? They find a bunch of police gear, guns, and even mystery pills. Quite a surprising collection, wouldn't you say? The state of Donovan's unmarked car raises even more questions. Something just doesn't add up. Where was Donovan headed before all this chaos? With his thoughts undoubtedly racing, Donovan is driven to the police station. The potential consequences weigh heavily on his mind as he remains silent throughout the car ride. But when they arrive, a plea hangs in the air, waiting to be spoken. At the station, he is brought into the DUI room for a breathalyzer test. Being a cop, he should know the drill. Will he cooperate though? However, compliance is not guaranteed, and Donovan starts exhibiting peculiar behaviors. Is there more to this story than meets the eye? Suspicion fills the air as it becomes increasingly clear that Donovan may not be sober. The puzzle pieces are falling into place, revealing a tangled web of intrigue and uncertainty. Despite Donovan's arguments, the officer can't ignore the possible disregard he had for everyone's safety. Not only was he driving at a mind-boggling speed of 111 miles per hour, but that's also more than double the speed limit of 45 miles per hour in the area. He was advised to remain silent, but he chose to ignore the warning and continue to speak, displaying a careless attitude towards the gravity of the situation. It seems he's finally realizing the seriousness of the situation and that escaping the consequences might not be possible. It seems he was already in too deep. The officer explained that refusing the lawful breath test would result in a year-long suspension of his driver's license. However, he stubbornly refused to cooperate, seemingly determined to face the fallout of his actions head-on. As he was led back to the police vehicle, he was granted the opportunity to make phone calls. It was during this time that his emotions overflowed, with his uncontainable feelings on full display for all to see. Eventually, Donovan is booked and charged with driving under the influence, as well as fleeing and eluding. To make matters worse, he was stripped of his duties as a police officer, leaving him without pay and a tarnished reputation. "I want to thank my officers for acting quickly in this case," Sheriff Rick Ramsey said. "Though this suspect's behavior put his life, innocent civilian lives, and the lives of my officers in danger, I view this as a singular case and not indicative of the Miami-Dade Police Department as a whole, which remains a close and important law enforcement partner to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office." Have you ever come across a similar case involving another cop? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.